All right. Y'all know what it is. We got Mr. Ryan DeSouza
What up?
with the NBA,
Mm-hmm.
the
What
Emirates.
y'all? What you got for me?
Shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks. Hey, shout
The
out to the
em- the
Milwaukee
em-
Bucks. Hold on,
the
hold on.
Emirates Cup. Okay, I got you.
Shout out to the Milwaukee Bucks. You know why I love the Milwaukee Bucks? Because they took the cup. Shout out to Giannis. He said, "Hey, yo, we not finished yet. Hey, we don't need that champagne. The season's not over."
Huh?
Go ahead,
Right?
go ahead, Ryan.
No,
I'm just saying. You
listen,
know,
listen. It just makes the regular season a little bit more, you
Watchable.
know, whatever you want to say, watchable, whatever you want. It adds
Interesting.
more. Yeah, it adds more competition during the regular season. It was a and and the cup, right, is it's not for the powerhouse teams, man. Like, okay, Milwaukee started off really bad, right? Like 1-8, 2-8.
they
Everybody was throwing, dirt on their grave as far as like, competing and stuff. Dame and Giannis can't work together. They figured it out. I'm not gonna piss off the angry one and mention his name. You know what I'm saying? The coach, but hey, they did what they had to do. And like I said, it's not for the upper echelon teams, right? But here's the thing. Here's the thing about the in season tournament, right? It's like everybody's hyped for it, right? The teams like, yeah, we want to win it. But as soon as they're eliminated from it, they're like, oh, we really didn't really care about it. You know what I'm saying? That's always their thing. So when they're eliminated, yeah, you really didn't care about it. It's just the in season tournament. But it's good. It's good for the up and coming teams. Like, look, like your Atlanta Hawks, your Houston Rockets who made it to the semis, right? It's good for teams like that to get that atmosphere of a playoff atmosphere. Again, it's not the playoffs, but it's some type of atmosphere where they can build on, right? And not only that, man, like, you know, these basketball players are multimillionaires, right? We're not saying that, but there are some guys who are on two-way contracts who are not making millions and millions of dollars. $500,000 for them is a big deal. It's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, and $500,000 is $500,000, no matter who it is. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, yeah.
whether you can give
I'll
it to a
take it.
charity or whatever. Yeah,
Money,
exactly. I mean,
money, money's always good. You can never have
your
too
money's
much.
always good. Listen, rich
Yeah,
people love money. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, listen,
poor
and
people do too.
right. And it's, and I love to see that they competed. You know what I'm saying? They competed for the cup. You know what I'm saying? Uh, it's a make or miss league. OKC shot lights out in the second half against the Rockets. Rockets had a 1 point lead on them, playing great defense. It was throwback basketball that you guys love. You know what I'm saying? Like, defense, 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 and then
Yeah,
OKC and Shea.
The Knicks had a
Yeah,
7 point lead going into the half and lost it against Atlanta.
right, exactly. You know what I'm saying? Because teams got hot, right? And I know the whole thing is, oh, they're shooting too many threes, and you might be right. They might be shooting too many threes, but the shooting of the threes is just for spacing, right? Because if you're talking about all the top players in the league, they all shoot mid range jump shots. Kevin Durant, Booker, SGA, you know what I'm saying? You name it, Luca, Kyrie, they all shoot mid-range shots, right? So, I know the whole thing about the league right now. It's unwatchable. It's too many threes. I know two teams just broke the record for missed threes in the game, but those are two of the
Yeah,
worst teams in the league. You see what I'm
that was
saying? So
pretty
it's
bad.
not.
But
It's Yeah, it was pretty bad. But those are two of the. It was Charlotte and the other team. It's two of the worst teams in the league. So listen, man. Like, I enjoy the cup. I thought it's just a great infusion of competition, because we talk about the All-Star game where they don't compete like they used to back in the days, where what I'm saying, like, the first three quarters, yeah, it's high flying dunks and stuff. But there was a saying, they had a pact, like, let's keep the game close. Then the fourth quarter, we'll go ahead and compete. And that's all
yeah,
they have to do. That's why we wouldn't have to have all these damn changes in the All-Star game. I don't know what the hell this is. And you know me, I like change. I like doing other stuff. But this All-Star thing that they're doing with it's 4 teams of 8 and all this bull, and it's the young, like, come
it's
on,
really
man.
whack. I
It's
mean,
really whack. Like, it from where I'm standing now, it looks whack, right? It looks whack. I hope I'm wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because
no,
I'm
you
an
right.
NBA advocate. You know what I'm saying? But KD came out and complained about it. Well, if you guys just competed in the All-Star
Boom,
game, we wouldn't have it. We wouldn't
boom.
have to change it.
That's
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
that's the whole problem.
Like last year, man. Like, you had the All-Star game, man. You had Oscar Robinson there, Larry Bird, the guys who set the pace, for all these guys to make all this money and say, hey, man, y'all go ahead and compete out there. And they did that. You know what I'm saying? So it was it's a slap in the face. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna come on here tonight and defend the NBA like I always do, because there is a problem with competition. There is a problem. There, there is a problem with load management. There is.
We did it, Kev. We
And
did it.
no, I mean, look, I can't be a hypocrite to it, right?
I
And the changing of
appreciate
the
you, Kev.
All-Star team, that's why I'm saying what I'm saying. Like, if you guys just compete and give it your all, you know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yo,
not saying give it your all for the whole game. Back in the days, it was like the first 3.5 quarters, it was just a show for the fans. But they always know to keep the game close. And the last 5 minutes, we going hard. We trying to win this thing. Just for the competition, right? You always
yeah.
hear the old school guys. Oh, they're so competitive. They just want to win everything. If they're playing dice or they're playing poker, they just want to beat everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's the AAU era where everybody's buddy, chummy, and you know what I'm saying. But now we're seeing some bad blood in the NBA now. Like, everybody seems to hate the Rockets because they play so physical. But we're seeing it, man.
Thank God for Brooks.
I don't like the All-Star game thing, but I was happy with the cup. Um, they competed. It was good basketball in the cup, and yeah, so I'm happy about that, man. So yeah, man. And what you got for me? Kev?
No, go ahead. Finish your thought. And I just had 2 things for you. Go ahead. I'm sorry. No, go ahead. You said
No,
you
I'm
have,
good. No, I'm
I,
good.
I was,
Yeah.
go ahead. Go
no,
ahead.
I was going to say when he was talking about the old heads being competitive, I had to chuckle because the first image that popped in my mind was Jordan and Bird playing horse for the McDonald's, like to that extent that they would take
Yeah.
horse seriously. You know what
No,
I mean?
everything was
But like
serious. Yeah.
the NBA All Star Game is going to be just like the NFL thing at the Pro Bowl they do. Like they're watering down to the point where you just don't need to have it. Like flag football, get out of here.
Yeah. At this point, man.
Just let them go to Hawaii and go to the beach.
No, that's all. Just name the teams and that's it.
But
Go ahead. Go ahead, D.
Ryan hit the nail on the head again. This doesn't have to be like this if you guys just compete and play like you want to beat somebody, man. And this is the whole problem. We wouldn't have to do nothing if these guys would act like this is a job and play as if like it meant something to them, have some personal pride. But they don't even have no personal pride, and they don't even take it where I want to beat that guy across from me. You know what I'm saying? They don't. Even if we was cool, we could still be cool. That's still my brother over there, but you know what? I want to beat him and just take
Of
that
course. Yeah.
just take that mentality and go play. And you wouldn't have to do none of this stuff. None of this stuff would be necessary. But the
Yeah,
fact
and
that
you can
even the
yeah.
3-point shooting, it wouldn't even bother me if you're D'ing up the guy instead of letting him shoot the ball. If you just compete and just play act like you care. That's the problem. They don't care. So, that's why the fans are saying, you know what, y'all don't care. I don't care. Bye.
And
Go ahead.
I'll say this. Now, shout out to Ryan. Kudos to Ryan. I know Ryan thinks we be sometimes giving him a hard time, but this D-Dub said you just want the guys to compete, man, and just I don't want nothing else, man. I just want you to compete, give me some effort. It's sports. You are supposed to go out there in the NBA All-Star game. I can't tell you when is the last time I watched one. It's been a complete joke, and I'm with Dan. It's almost if they don't do something about it, it'll wind up just like the Pro Bowl. Go ahead.
Listen, the last time the NBA All-Star game was good is when they had the Elam ending. The last time it was good. They competed at that point. And then they got rid of it. I'm like, well, you got rid of it for? What you get rid of it for? You know what I'm saying? So, but nah, man. I mean, like I said, man, you make a good point. Like the All-Star game is a problem, right? We know that, right? But as far as the competition during the regular season, the competition's there. There's still a problem with the load management. I know you guys hate it. You know what I'm saying? And there's still a problem with that. So we got some players coming back. We got Kawhi that's supposed to be ramping up, coming back, and I want to shout out to Joel Embiid, man. I mean, the bad luck this dude has. How many facial fractures does one man have in his career? I'm like, it's probably time to just be like Rip Hamilton and just always wear a mask. Because I'm like, he's had like 4 facial fractures. Like, I mean, he's snake bitten. At this point, he's injury prone. He just is. He's always on the floor. He's as a big man and as big as he is, he's always on the floor. I don't know if you ever watch him play. If he's getting a rebound, he's falling down. He's just always on the floor. You know what I'm saying? You have to learn how to fall, man. Like, dude, and he's super skillful. Super skillful. So there's, but he sometimes he plays like he's clumsy, and he's not. But yeah, like, I love what I'm seeing in the regular season. The All-Star game is a different thing. I can't defend it. So that's why I said I'm not going to be a hypocrite and try to defend it. I don't like it. But again, like I said, players don't like it. It's your fault. It's your fault why the commissioner, he's the commissioner for a reason. If something is not right, he has to try to fix it. He just can't sit on his palms and just not do anything. So,
right.
But everybody in the league loves the in-season tournament. The GMs love it because, like I said, man, it gives those lower teams who realistically don't have a shot at the championship at something to play for something. You know what I'm saying? Like, who would have thought Atlanta Hawks would have won their their group, or the Rockets would have won their group, and even last year, Indiana that propelled them to the conference championship, beating your Knicks, even though the Knicks were hurt. But it's I'm just saying, but it's that type of experience that's really good. No, it's not a jab. If I was gonna throw a Nick jab, I would just say 1994. If I was gonna do it.
Hey man, stop it.
But nah, man. But like I said, man, and
that's the Rangers too, right?
Oh, here you go.
Yeah. Rangers lost. Yeah, it was
1994.
That's the last time we won.
Yeah. That's the last time they won.
Yeah.
Ryan, real quick.
Yeah.
3-point line. We talked about the 3-point line. I don't know if you've been here this week. You think should there be some kind of change to the 3-point line or leave it as is? I'm hearing people say, "Hey, get rid of the corner 3, just bring it out to the side right there."
What are we doing? Get rid of the corner 3. Like there's some players who have an NBA career because of the corner 3. Like what are we doing? Because you know what you do? If you start fixing the line and you want to move it back, what you're gonna have is they're still gonna shoot the damn 3. Now it's just gonna be hard to make. Now you're gonna have more misses. What do you mean move it back? And what do you mean? Listen, you're not gonna be able to take away and take away bad shots out of basketball. It just is what it is. You know why we shoot a lot of 3s? because we don't have bigs and power forwards no more who are going down there and banging and playing with their back to the basket. We don't have that no more. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's a lot of threes. You know what I'm saying? Like, for as great as Steph Curry is, you know what I'm saying? And you can also blame the analytics with this. You know what I'm saying? The analytics was like, let's get away. Let's take away all the mid-range jump shots. The mid-range jump shot is an art. And like I said, if you go down all the rosters of all the players in the NBA today, all the stars, basically all of the stars, take mid-range shots. You know who are missing all these threes? It's the role players. Because of the spacing. They want you to space for the star, whether to drive to the basket or to get that mid-range. It's the role players missing all these damn threes. I mean, so you can't mess with the 3-point line, man. I understand we moved it forward, we pushed it back, but to get away the corner three, I mean, or to move it back, now you're just gonna have more people taking bad shots, and now you're making it harder. You complain that there's too many threes being missed. So I mean, you can't hide from people taking bad shots. This is basketball. Sometimes you're gonna take bad shots.
Let me get Dan in here. Dan, go ahead. You had your hand up.
No, I was just going to say, with the whole talk of the 3-point line, and this is going to aggravate people, but the reason why we don't have bigs playing in the blocks anymore is because of the 3-point line. Everybody wants to be the dude shooting the three. If you get rid of the 3-point line completely, and everything's 2, and the only way you get 3 is an and 1, then it would revert back to the way it was being played, where bigs played low, because you're going to want to shoot as close to the basket to make sure you get the basket. But the crutch is the 3-point line, because teams just use it to, like, if they get down 10, they just start launching them until they catch up. Or in the Celtics case, they keep launching them and don't extend their league and end up losing to Miami. But that's I get it. You don't want to take it out, but at the same time, a lot of the issues the league is having is because of the line.
But you have to try to find a happy medium, right? Because if you do try to take away the 3-point line, now you're gonna be like, oh, the game is too physical, and now it's not as fun, and it's not as wide open.
Too many fouls, because it's going to be a lot of fouling now.
Exactly.
We already complaining about the fouls.
Yeah,
now,
so you gotta find a happy medium. You gotta find a happy medium.
I agree.
I mean,
I don't know. I don't know if it's
because
get rid of the 3-point line. I don't know about that.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah,
but I get it. I get it, Dan. It's a good point.
I mean, I know it's not going to happen.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just saying that's
a good suggestion.
That's what it evolved into.
Where you going? Right. Go ahead, Dan.
No, I was just going to say, because of that line, this is where the game evolved to.
Right. I got you.
And then,
I
don't know. Do you put a sticker on the court at the logo, and that one's worth 4?
Yo,
somebody
said
but
that
then,
shit.
but then
you about a blinking light. I'm like, come on, man. What are we talking about, man? It's too much.
But I don't know if you guys ever watched the Big Three, the Ice Cube Big Three.
Yeah, yeah.
And they have a 4-point shot. It's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. It's
like this is Harlem Globetrotters stuff, man.
Yeah, it's just like, no, I mean, dude, like you know what? You're gonna have to get coaches like a Ime Udoka who are demanding their players to play defense. You're gonna have to get a change of culture for a team. So that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? If you hire you know what I'm saying? You have to have a Tibbs who wants to play defense. Now, the thing is with Tibbs, his team is so great offensively, you have to play to your strengths. So when you have a Curry and a Klay Thompson, you have to play to that strength. They're going to shoot threes. The problem is teams trying to copycat Golden State who can't shoot.
Well,
the Rockets did that. We try to double down on 3-point shooting.
I said this 10 years ago. You trying to be like Golden State, and you don't got Golden State personnel. Stop.
Right. So, yeah.
So a lot of this goes back to coaching.
Absolutely.
And coaching.
Correct.
And we trying to blame everybody Adam Silver, yes, he gets some, but the culture and the coaching is a big part of this, man. And
Absolutely,
they just we keep on trying to find
no
somebody
doubt.
else to blame, man. It's right there. It's in it. We could get the game back to where it's supposed to be if everybody's on the same page, but
Just find a happy medium. That's all it
it's
is. Like
but
you know what I'm
they're gonna
saying?
kill themselves. They're gonna take their own selves out.
Yeah, hire more defensive minded coaches. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it is what it is. Like, they even changed that. Remember a couple of years ago, with the shot clock. Once the shot hit, you got a whole new 24 seconds to run the
Right.
clock down and do. You know what I'm saying? But now if it hits, it only goes to 14. So
Uh-huh.
it's a lot of rules, and they did that. They changed the rules because the game was too physical, and the games were in the 80s and 70s. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I was
we saw it.
Hey, I was cool. I was cool with that. I was cool with
You,
that.
you were cool.
I
You
was
were cool with that,
I
right?
was
But
cool with the 80s.
D Dubs. What I'm saying was, you were cool with that, but people were complaining.
I got
I
you. I got
remember.
you.
So
You right. And then you right. You
there's
gotta
always
find that.
going. There's all yes, right. So
You right.
you're always gonna have somebody who's gonna see the game and complain and
But
complain
but
because
we
they
can
don't like
agree.
it. So yeah.
Well, we can agree. We don't need to be seeing 152, 155 games. We need to see something. We need
Yeah,
to get these sliders back down. That's the
right.
best way I can
Get the sliders.
get the sliders back down
Yeah,
to where we're seeing a good game because
and we saw
we're not seeing good games. I'm sorry.
we saw that in the cup play though. We saw good games in
Yeah.
the cup play. Like I mean the Rockets game was it was like what? It was like 45 to like 40, 43 at halftime.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? But it's basketball. Teams get hot. You start hitting
Yeah.
threes, and that's how Boston beats you. But to Boston's credit, they shoot a lot of threes, right? But they
Mhm.
have two guys who know when to go to the mid range. They have Tatum and they have Brown. They know when
That's
to
a
go
fact.
to the basket. So
Correct.
that's what I'm saying. Yes, teams shoot a lot of threes, but but look at every roster and go down and the superstars. All of them can shoot mid range. All of them, and then they all do it. It's the role players that they're telling stay out there because we need the spacing. You know what I'm saying? Even they
I
like, and
got
to
you.
Dan's point, Dan's point about the bigs shoot a lot of threes now. Now you want bigs that can stretch the floor and be bigs that can shoot. But we do have bigs who can play with their back against the basket. The Jokic's, the Senguns, the Joel Embiid's. You know what I'm saying? So we have those guys. Anthony Davis's. But they're that skillful that they can shoot. So it's like I said, it's just find a happy medium and go from there. But you're always gonna find fault. Someone's always gonna find fault with the game. It's never gonna be a perfect game. It's just like the NFL. The NFL just changed the kickoff rules again, and I still don't understand it. I still don't understand what they're doing with the, you know what I'm saying, with the hot spots and all this spot and when you can go. So and the NFL is king. The NFL never has a rating issue, but they're always trying to innovate and change. So it is what it is.
Anything else, Ryan? This was good, man. This was good. Anything else?
No,
What you got
man,
for us?
no. But listen, but like I said, man, you guys is like concerns is valid. It's a valid concern. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes it can be a lot of threes being shot. It can be. You know what I'm saying? So, and I don't know if you guys remember last year, right? When like right after the All-Star break, they just the ref started not calling a lot of stuff. They made it more physical, right? And it was like, okay, yeah, so and that's it too. How are the officials officiating the game? That's another
They've been
thing.
bad. Yeah.
And they, because what happens is now, guys, I don't know if you see it, But all those old school refs, the Javies and all those guys, you know what I'm saying? They're all retiring. It's a whole new breed of guys, right? And the players know how to intimidate them. The players couldn't intimidate the old dudes, the old heads. Nah, they wasn't having that. Joey Crawford. Joey Crawford kicked out Tim Duncan. He wasn't even playing, and gave him 2 technicals and kicked him out the game for just smiling at him. So the refs have to hold their own, and that's it. It takes a collective effort from everybody, the players, the refereeing, the coaching. You know what I'm saying? It takes a collective effort to make the game as great as it can be and as perfect as can be, but it's never going to be perfect.
100%. Ladies and gentlemen, he is Ryan DeSouza with the NBA. Great show tonight. Yes,
sir,
man.
fellas.
We went a little bit over, man, but I'm glad we went a little bit over, man. We got everything in the NHL, NBA talk, man. Really great show, man. I'm so happy that we do what we do, and we love what we do, man. So that's why we rock on for almost 2 hours. No commercials, of course.